Hello and welcome back to another casual night chit chat show. Okay, first thing first, a little bit of housekeeping, and of course, I want to address one specific issue, and that is Twitch related. Yep, not fun. Definitely not fun. Okay, so before we begin, let me do my checklist. All right, number one, I need to play the. Oh no, the game is done. Not say game. The story decision is done. Yeah, we already have our checkpoint, and now we want to move on to the next story. And before we go to that, all right. So July, August, September. So end of September, season 2 will end, regardless of I wouldn't say participation, but yeah. Okay, unfortunately, that's the what because the reception is not. Actually, we want to talk about that. Okay, we have been talking about stuff like that, but more importantly is today I have a topic. I have one topic for the day, but at the same time, there's an additional part is that um target or not target audience. We've been talking about target audience and we want to talk about the next step. What happened when you don't have collectors, don't have your target audience, you don't have your fan. Basically, you have nothing. How and what should we be doing? Should we continue the grind and whatnot? And like I said, I already made some decision for next year, and some decision is still not say some decision, some action is still pending for next year, and it is very uh, target audience dependent. And of course, quick little recap, I did talk a little bit about switching my content, and then if I were to switch my content, the target audience will change. You know, people who tune in will change as well, so there are many things will change. And one thing for sure I can safely say, right, change is inevitable. There will be a time that you need to change, and then regardless content on or whatnot, or you have to kind of stop doing certain things because no, okay, stop doing certain things is not, no, you should not stop doing things. However, certain not say routine. So we're gonna talk about that. Okay, let's start off with this. Right, let's kick things on about digital collectibles. Okay, that's the main topic for the day. It is digital collectability and art. And at the same time, I just want to add on to it. Okay, what happened if nobody wants those stuff? Unfortunately, there is a saying, or rather, um, yeah, no, there's a saying: supply and demand. Okay, if there's no demand, no point doing a lot of supply. That's for sure. All right, and then of course there's scarcity and whatnot, but we're not going to go too deep. We're going to go to the most important thing is when there's no demand, there's no supply. You don't need to supply too many, right? However, it is something to tag onto it. Like, okay, just because there's no demand, you should not do anything. That's technically not the best idea. Yeah, not the best idea. However, the effort, this is the part where people will go through. I'm going through the same motion as well. When there, is it worth doing it? Is it still continue? Is it still worth continue to do whatever I'm doing? Right, simple as that. So that's something that we've been talking about for the past few vlogs. I will not touch too much of it for today. Today is just a quick, simple one. So let's start off with digital collectability. Now, the first question is, all right, what makes you collect digital stuff? Right, we have a few small talks about it. And you know what? Let's put it officially on the record. Now we are going to the perspective of a user or a customer or target audience. Basically, you are on the other end rather than being the creator. Because for the creator part, I will touch a little bit is that you always want to try, and that's it, right? You always want to try, and of course there will be a time that you have to call, you have to not say throw in the towel. Once you have enough information on the reception and whatnot, that's where you decide you pivot, change, or completely just quit. Personally, I would say don't quit. I mean, probably it would be more along the lines like let's change, do certain things, and of course this goes as well is that if you have other things to do and the thing that you are doing now is not getting the result that you want, it is not basically it is not hitting to the target audience, then yes, you know what, quitting is not a bad idea. I have to say it, okay, because I have tried a lot of stuff, and then quitting is always the easiest way to do. I choose not to as best as I can, okay? As best as I can. So I need an extra reason to continue to do some of the things that I am doing. So, and let's jump into digital collectability because this is something that I've started this year, or rather, more focused on this year, digital collectability. However, there are not many people. It doesn't grow organically. So I think one of the key thing is probably like marketing and whatnot. I am not doing the late work, and truth to be told, I did not focus too much on that part. And when you are a small content creator, streamer, art maker, and whatnot, it is very, very tough, right? You need either a viral moment, or B, a breakout, or I call it the lucky break. Okay, once you hit the lucky break. But most cases these days, if you realize, most of them are from viral videos and whatnot. And guess what? In the Web3 space, is even more sensitive when it comes to all these things. Yeah, you can't really grow organically when it comes to the Web3 ecosystem. I just realized a little bit. However, that might not be true. So, but current experience says otherwise. So, let's start with what do I collect digitally. So we are going to take a look at my perspective and what makes me collect. So number one, I do collect stuff from Funko, that's from Wax, Hot Wheels stuff. And then why did I stop collecting? Aha. All right. So not to say I stopped collecting, but I don't focus too much of it. And truth to be told, it is if it's pricey, if it's too much, people are just not bothered. But if it's too cheap, people are not bothered as well. So how can you create? How do I want to approach this part? And that's something that I would want to put it officially on the record for today's stream slash what do you call this, YouTube video. So let's start off. So I do collect comic books from VV. Actually, I don't know what happened to Candy. Yeah, because I have Marvel digital comic books and DC comic books, right? And I want to know what's happening on that part, because for some of it it's there, and then for the stuff that I collect is still there, just that the price does not reflect. Oh, you know what? That's kind of true. The price does not reflect people expectation. For me, I just, in the heyday, I just buy. Okay, I will admit, I will just simply buy. If it's hot, I'll just grab it. And then, of course, I did my real world evaluation as well. I do compare to real world's price tag, especially to for digital comic books. And then I did my risk, and I won't say risk. I would say if it's close or less. No, no, it cannot be close. One of my big rule is it's no, close. All right, close to the air quote retail price per se. I don't mind picking up one or two, okay, digital comic books. If it's a key comic book, right? So for those who collect comic books, if it's a key issue, normally I will just pick it up. However, there is a like a fine line if the comic book, because some people know, right? For example, right, Fantastic Four issue 1, It's a key issue. It's the first issue. People know it's going to be expensive because the real world value is also high. And if the digital drop is not official and the value is too high, I'm not bothered. Okay, straight up not bothered. So one of the key things is I want the brand, okay, the IP itself. That goes for DC, that goes for collecting Funko cards. And Funko, on one end, it offers the physical collectible thingy, so I don't mind collecting that. And then towards the end, I realized, haha, made one of the biggest reason why I not say stop collecting, I just slow down a lot. It's too much to no the reason to collect is wrong. So normally for Funko, there is a physical redemption. So most people would want the physical redemption and whatnot. Right? That's the chase. That's my chase. And it became too expensive. Okay. On one end, it's too expensive. If I just couldn't maintain that collection lifestyle, air quote. Okay. And that's one of the main reason why I put my collection kind of free-ish. But of course, it cannot be too free per se. Is if it's free, then that also attracts a lot of wrong perspective in a way, coming from coming from the buyer's point of view, not the creator, right? I'm looking at the consumer point of view. So that's probably one small thing I have to keep in mind. But I think number one issue is for me, because it's a no-name brand. Why bother buying from other artists? That's the problem. Okay, so yep. So that's one issue for me to figure out how to not how to bypass, how to tackle. So that's that. And so okay, anyway, back to the story. So Funko, I dropped it because it's just too much. I'm not say too much effort. The effort is not worth the chase is not worth the effort. It's along that line. It's just yeah, the chase is not say not worth the effort. Yeah, I just kind of lost interest. Oh, okay. Another end is because a lot of the chase I don't really care too much. Hey there, Daily Buddha, welcome to the stream. I think that's mostly not saying the main reason, but partially, I'm gonna say 50% of the reason is that yeah, it's that the chase is not what I want. That's it. That's one of the key thing. And I am a little bit picky, so for me it's a bit different. I'm not say different, like one of the excuse I'll say I'm picky. Yeah, highly picky. I don't just collect everything. That's me. All right. So that's that. Hot Wheels, I think they moved out from the wax ecosystem, so they went elsewhere. Then I decided, you know what, I don't want to maintain too many platforms. And that's also another key issue why I only select a handful of digital collection that I care. Yeah, it's only a handful. And that's that. All right. So there we go. I already those are the few things I collect. I used to collect Topps digital cards, and what happened to that? Okay, so collecting Topps, actually interesting though. Topps, all these extra like sports cards and whatnot. I think it's hard. Not it's hard to move. Is I don't really enjoy too much collecting this type of cards in general. This type of collectibles. Not to say I don't mind, but it's just I not say very keen on it. I would love to definitely pick up a few like very nice collection, but unfortunately those collections are way too expensive. Oh, that is painful. All right, that is definitely painful. And then of course there's so many things to collect, and it's just time consuming. At the end of the day, I think one of the biggest main reason is just too time consuming. And then to add on me making my own collectibles, yeah, that is, yeah, it just eats up your time. That's it. It just really eats up your time. So that's the main reason. uh However, I still enjoy collecting stuff. from time to time, you know. I just don't actively hunt them down, which is one of the key reason why maybe I need to see what makes the thing is what makes me collect might be different from what people collect. Obviously, there's one unanimous reason is that if the collection has no value, nobody's gonna collect. Or rather, if the collection has no value, does people still want to collect? Question mark. For me, I'm not bothered, right? If the art style is cool, if the collection is cool, I don't mind collecting. However, that's on for physical cards. All right, this is mainly on the card side. Let's talk a little bit card side because I did collect those, and then at the same time I did quit at one point of time because it's just too much for me to focus. Yeah, crazy, especially trading card games. Okay, I collect trading card games back at the heyday, and it it's crazy. It's crazy for sure because you need to really focus on not say a one product or two, is that you need to focus on the area per se, like which one do you want to focus to collect, because it will really take up the your energy to collect. And that's one of the main reason why I keep my collection as casual as I can. Maybe that's the reason why though. Maybe that's one of the key reason. Huh. And we're going to move on to the next part. So I did say about the collection and art style and whatnot. Yes, one of the first thing I just want to add on is AI generated art. Now I don't mind some, not say some AI generated, I don't mind AI generated stuff. Truth to be told. Okay. I'm going to say straight, I don't mind. The problem is that lots of people has been using it as a crutch, and that gets me not so fun. Yeah, if you're using it as a crutch, then that's kind of a bit tough. Because if you use it as a supplement to make it like, okay, cool, we need probably some background, like something that it is not front and center, something that is not your subject focus, then that's cool. However, there are lots of artists out there, they use it as a, you know, a main focus. And I don't like that. You know what? If you're using AI art and then you make it into a product, I would say it's like, you know what? Not for me. It's just not for me. Because it's just, yeah, no, it's tough. Because on one end, some of them have cool art style, but because it's AI generated, so one way or the other, people will eventually get around the same thing. It feels like, right? And then if you see one type of art style, you've seen it all. That's the problem. It's not too unique. It's not unique enough. And that's one of the big reason why I choose not to use not say I choose not to use AI. I just, you know what, I'll just let it be. Not too heavily invested in that. However, with that being said, that's one of the biggest reason why I don't, I'm not say don't, I will take the time to do my own 3D models and whatnot. Okay, I've tested a few AI generated stuff. In truth to be told, it lacks a little bit of personality, I would say. Okay, maybe not personality. It lacks on, actually no, it is a little bit of personality, right? The the people, the person behind the art, and it does not have what do you call this, uh identity. I'm gonna call it an identity. Yeah, because if you see, for example, if you see a certain type of art or painting, and then if you see the rest of the artist's paint stuff, you automatically know it's like, okay, no, it's from the same person, and only that person will create that type of art style. So that's one of the big reasons why I didn't bother to do AI. At the end of the day, right? I choose like, okay, AI is a good thing for me to just, you know, let's see how it looks like, and then call it a day, and then after that, that's it. Yeah, that's it. not say not too bothered, but not too bothered on that. I will revisit AI stuff though. I want to be frank, I will visit that from time to time. And if I find something unique that I can show and tell, all right, I'm gonna use it more on a show and tell side. You know what? I would just say, okay, you know what? That's cool. That's cool. Look cool and look. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. So I think that's that. And what else? No, that's one of the main reason why even though my modeling and my art is not the best, not the greatest, I will still continue to do it. It's worth doing it. Yeah, that's that. Okay, so that's mainly on the art department, and I will continue. So one thing I find, I'll not say joy, but I think it has the fulfillment of it. Like, okay, you know what? I could continue this little journey next year per se. Yeah, unfortunately, that would change the whole thing though. The crowd and the audience, and no, you know what? I'm gonna reserve the audience topic for another time because I think I went through a few of them, and I want to get the best. I must say the best. I want to get what's the word for it? Hmm. Uh, I want to get more, let the idea marinate a little bit more, and because there is a main decision I have to make. It is a big decision for that, but then again, is it really a big decision? Yeah, that is a question. That is definitely a question. Yeah, I don't have answer for that, so unfortunately. So that's that. And let's see what's next. So we covered that. Oof, Sally got a beat down. Sadly, GG. Um, hmm. All right, so we have already covered digital collectability. We have covered art. You know, yeah, no, the art part is mainly AI and stuff. Because I don't think there's anything else I could add on that already. Because the rest is just style, the style, and of course, not say QC, but like I want to at least hit a certain level of I won't say satisfaction though. It's also there as well because there are some, it's like almost there. I'm almost satisfied with the design and whatnot, and then it falls short, and then a lot of things. And of course, because of art, and I would not say die on this hill. I will be on this hill. I would die on this hill. Okay, a lot of people out there are very heavily influenced by visual. Okay, a lot. Not all, a lot. And if your visual is not up to par, it's just meh. Yeah, nobody's gonna pay attention to. That's one thing. Um, truth to be told, okay, if your art style, if your main selling point or your main feature of your product is not say, oh shit, no, it is also as well. If your main visual is also not about visual, as long it has visual element, then people will judge by its visual whether it's good or not. Case in point, Brawlers, right? Brawlers is a simple game, a simple 3D game, and that could be a big problem for many people out there. Like people say, "Oh, this is just a normal game. This is just a cheap game." And truth to be told, if you're talking about the visual perspective, it's, I won't say it's cheap. See, the thing is not cheap, but it's on the lower end side. Okay, yeah, it's on the lower end because if you were to compare to indie games and whatnot, this is around the same ballpark. Um, does it have any unique? Okay, now we're gonna go through. I'm gonna use brawlers as a I won't say as a punching bag, but as a as a good because half of it is I'll talk why brawlers visually is like meh. And at the same time, if I want to talk about other things like that, there's so many things I can nitpick. That's the problem though. I don't want to nitpick certain projects, certain games because that's their style. And for brawlers, I think one of the key aspect is okay. You know what? I think the number one key aspect is the not say the team, but it can I use the word team? I can't use the word team though, because it is a wrestling team, but it's somewhere it's a mishmash of many things. It lacks okay, so the obviously the character is the anchor point, that's for sure. But not say but though. Not to say but. GG. Wow, you would call that hand. uh it okay, it doesn't have an anchor. I'm gonna call it an anchor visual. Yeah, because there is a few things like it's mismatch. Like the background is not really matching to the main character and whatnot. And then not say main character, the main art and whatnot. And then yes, it's a bit hard to say, but even though the main 3D model, like look at the amount of quality it is there, but the game kind of feels a little bit lackluster. Even like look at this, it feels lackluster as well. Like there is something, it is nice, all right, don't get me wrong, visuals are there, but it's like something is mismatching, something is out of place. And that basically this applies to the same exact thing to my game, all right. It's something is out of place, because if you look at the quality of the screenshots of other stuff and you look at this inside, it's like something just felt not right. It's you can't really pinpoint what is not right. And with that being said, all right, that's a skill. That's a skill of the art direction of a game, because even I couldn't figure out what can I improve. That's how that's how much like that is a skill, all right. That is really a skill. That would separate between a great game and a I'm not saying great game and a normal game, but that would propel a normal game being a good game visually. Obviously, you need your gameplay. Okay, don't get me wrong. At the end of the day, if your gameplay is not great, then we have issues, because gameplay is still king. No matter how you see it, gameplay is still king. And if your gameplay is not that great, then your visual can might not be the might not help a lot. Yup. So that it boils down back to my game as well. Like my game gameplay wise, truth to be told, it is not very uh enticing. You know, I'm gonna use the word enticing. Yeah, it feels okay. That's about it. It feels okay. Um, and I think that's that. Yeah, it just feels okay. I don't have any other better way of saying it. It just feels okay. The next part is so so with AI. Okay, so this is the part where I can safely say, right? When you use AI as a generator for a lot of your like not say the actually a lot, right? If you use a lot of AI in your game or artwork, and it's once people spot it, they will know, right? They can easily tell you AI stuff, right? Not so bothered. And it is tough though. It is really tough, because I still feels that AI is not saying not up there, but if it's done right, it should be okay. That's the thing. If it's done right, yeah. That's all. That's all I'm saying. If AI is done right, it should be all right. And that's it. Yeah. That's it. GG. RNGG 56788. RNGG 7. Ooh, saucy. Saucy. 78. 7-2. Yeah, I have a feeling that even though if I don't get 8-8, I need to call this hand. Biscuit for the biscuit. GG. Alright, so that's that for the art style and whatnot. Do I want to have a closing note for that? So for digital collectibles, we still haven't closed. Okay, not for art style. I think I can officially close with this. I will still try to fiddle around with AI stuff. Unfortunately, most of the cases right now I have to pay, so I'm not really that bothered with the paying stuff, because at the end of the day, I'm not. If I want to pay for AI art to generate my own, I'll put my money elsewhere. Yeah, so that's that, and that's one. Number two, I think I will still continue to make. No, I will continue to make my own stuff. Okay, it has that personal. I think personalization, personality, uniqueness. And another word I think I will use is probably a signature. Like, yeah, unless no, there's no unless. Basically, it's a style that, like, for example, when people say, "Oh, this most likely is from this guy or this guy," that's about it. Yep. And then AI would probably try to copy it if it becomes too popular. If I become a hit. So that's that. And so yeah, so we have a not say closure, an official record for art. Why I not say why I choose. I will still use AI, but to a certain degree, mainly use as reference. But I will still focus on my own stuff, like create my own things. So that's one. Now, what about digital collectibles? So we need a official, not say official, but on the record, like where do I stand for that? Oh boy. So the decision for this, okay, not say the closing note, but I'm gonna end with this for for the digital collection. I will still continue to do it. I will try to execute as best as I can, because I still want to do my own art per se. Yeah, basically I still want to do my own my collection. So if I'm still modeling by my own, if it's not from can I use the word not from AI? Not from AI. If it's not AI generated, I'm not bothered. Okay. And number two, right? Number two is, this is very, very apparent, and I would close with this part. My collection will be used in terms of game making and a lot of stuff. So it has to become a brand of its own at the end of the day. Something like Hot Wheels and Funko. I want to have a physical product as well. Oh, and talking about that, I do collect McFarlane digital stuff. Yeah, they did from time to time. I actually kind of curious what they are up to right now, because they kind of lost steam a little bit. But McFarlane stuff is in general quite expensive. End of the day, I really want to do something like McFarlane stuff, right? Have toys, if not Transformers, have a toy line. Oh, actually, no. I'll I will put it differently. Those are commercialized action figures and toys. No, I want to be a more artsy toy. So I want to actually challenge myself to get something along the lines of like Labicon? Labbits plush? No, Labbits, it's by, okay, let me get by Frank Kozik, right? Labbits. I want to get to that level. All right, so that's one. I think the closest one, I think there's another one is Brick Bears. Brick Bear. Yeah, Brick Bears is also another one that I want to hit. That's the reason why I'm trying to get some of my designs out. So far we have Ape, and I'm going to introduce another character, reintroduce another character pretty soon. So stay tuned for that. And let's see, how much does Brick Bear cost? How much? That is a question, don't. But that's a, yeah, no. Let's see how much it costs. Because at the end of the day, that's what I want to do. And sold out. Sold out. I'm looking at the wrong thing though. I'm really, really looking at the wrong thing. Let's see. I just want to close with this. Okay, so definitely Bear Brick. Bear Brick is one of it. Yep. Wow, that's a lot of money. Crazy. Crazy. But these are because they have for example collaboration with existing stuff like Care Bears, Nightmare Before Christmas, Van Gogh, crazy. Wow. Snoopy. Yeah, those things. Once you manage to collab, yep. You know what? Once I manage to collab, that's it. That's it. That's the collectability things that I want to do. All right. So there we go. Unfortunately, not say unfortunately. So I have to start somewhere, and that somewhere is digital collection at the moment. Yep. There's no other. There's no way of going anywhere. So with that, that's it for the topic for the day. Yep. Digital collectibles, where I stand, and it will still continue. Yeah, I would try my very best. It's one of those things that I will I don't want to say die trying, but it's one of those things I'll give it as much as I can. Yeah, I think the only thing I need is I need a physical item. Oh wow. We'll get back to this digital stuff and whatnot, okay? We need to get back to this digital collectibles and physical collectibles because it's gonna be a whole new thing. All right. Okay, so we are done with this. Now what I want to do is, let's switch to this. I want to show you something because today we have, or rather this week, we will have a drop. And I want, did I not turn it off? I did turn it off, right? No, I did not turn it off. All right, so let's go to the scenes. Aha, there we go. Okay, so first thing first, for the season one of one, it's gonna be a wizard hat. So yes, there we go. It is almost done already. I would say this has been a long while, but probably will add something here or something here. Unfortunately, I need one of the not say one of the viewers. It's so the winner is one of my viewers, and yeah, it's not always streaming. It's not always tuning in, so it's not say hard to get feedback. I want to show and get at least one or two more feedback before I roll this out. Obviously, this is season 0. I will change this to season 1. And guess what? If this is a physical item, haha, I made all the necessary stuff. If this were to go to be a toy, which you know what, I should though. Should 3D print this guy out. And then add a signature. Ah, see, that's the fun bit about all these things. Okay, I like to add all the small little Easter eggs and whatnot. So this is a drop of one. Everyone else will get one as well. The only difference is it's going to be a simpler version, and probably the color might be different. No, color will be different, but how different is different. And next up, the next biggest drop is coming this Thursday. Is you guys will get a tree house. There we go. I need to fix this problem first, right? Yeah. Apparently I can't see from the other side, so that's the first thing I need to fix. You guys will get a tree house, and then I will need to do an animation for Abe to be on top of here, and that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna make a animation for this guy, and then I need to figure out how to fix this. Yeah, because if it's not fixed, yeah, it has to be fixed. So there we go. This will go out by Thursday. Oh, you know what? If I could not, no, I really need to fix it. I really need to fix it. This just doesn't feel great. Okay. Unfortunately, because we did not hit our milestone, so it's just a normal tent. That's it. Okay. So with that, that's it. That's it. So now we're gonna go to the game dev part, and I have a next story. We want to dial it a little bit for the next story, and I'm gonna animate a little bit while I will talk about it. Okay, so let me bring in at least the character. Okay, unfortunately, yeah, put it here, and oh no, I'll use you. Copy you and put it here. Okay, so this tree house is gonna be big. It needs to fit. So if I were to, oh no, it's gonna be this big on digital card back. Wow. Okay, so I don't want to just, you know what I can do? I can do two versions of this, to be honest. I can do one with just a basic waving, hand waving stuff. So I can actually narrow down this to small, make it over here. Make sure it's not too small, not too big. Size-wise would be like this. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's it. Maybe just a little bit smaller. Just a little bit smaller. Okay, cool. So that's that, and then we can press play, and then when we play, obviously there are one or two things will break, and that is the animation, the default animation, and of course, yeah. So I need to fix this later. That's the reason why we want to scale, but the one I care is just here. Unfortunately, this guy is not showing animation. Why? Why it's not? We're supposed to have idle. And I think I know why. I think I know why. I'm gonna delete you. Let's copy from another one. Yeah, okay. One of the things I know is that because there are certain models, it doesn't have animation component assigned to it. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, all right, standing, it's a little wee bit too small. Yes, okay, this is it. Yeah, I'm using this as a height, like this is the maximum height. So if I press play, it should show. There we go. Nice, nice. So the only animated. So out of everything, this will be animated. Unfortunately, I want to do a moving tree, but the moving tree is a little bit too tough for me to do right now. So this should be it. And this tree will be in the game. We're going to do some tests and scaling and see how big the tree is. Yeah, we want to rescale a few things, and then obviously in the game everything is not to scale. All right, everything is just a representation. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we can have this. We can have a waving if we want to. So let's make default to attack hands uppercut. No, here. There we go. Wave hello. Ta-da! That's one of the main reason why I still choose. I switched to game engine. Biggest reason why I switched to game engine is because of this. Makes things so easy. I need to fix some of the shaders. We'll fix that later. All right. So we have an animation here already. Now what we want to do is we don't want to use the hand waving animation. It's a little, I won't say boring, but it's a little boring. So what we want to do is we want to make this guy sit down on the ledge and then wave at you. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. Either wave, I don't know what, wave and leg shake, shaking, wiggling. Okay, let's put this guy correctly. Okay, there we go, like this. And then what we do is going to go to animator. No, not animator. We have to use you. I need to open up an animation window. Now we can create. Okay, let me go to, there we go. All right, create a new clip, sit down, wave. Right, this is a special only to this, which I will probably use it in the game as well. One way or not say one way or the other, it has to be used. Like a lot of assets I make, it needs to be in the game. If not, it goes to waste. And that's also another reason. All right. Okay, got you. Wave. Hello. Where's my sit down wave? Do record. Okay, there we go. Now, first thing first, we want to get the legs up. I need to change this to local. Yes. No. Armature, bone LR. Yes, okay. Ta-da. Oops, I think I messed that up a bit. Yes, click armature, down wave, record. Yes, okay. And then this one will go up here like this. And then unfortunately, I only have, yeah, this leg like this. Okay. You will start by, yeah. Okay. We'll give about one, no. This one will go down here. This one will go up here, and then repeat. Okay, and then let's play. Let's see how it looks like. Play. Aha! Ta-da! Just give a little bit more, because it's a bit too fast. Play. Okay, sweet. That's probably it. Right, let's make this. Oh boy. Helicopter, helicopter, helicopter. Alright, sweet. It worked. It worked. Next up, what we want to do is we want it to wave at us on top. So you want to look up instead, because I think I would probably want to do the angle like this. We can do, no, from top. From top is the best. All right. Yep, something like this, and then it needs to look up. Okay, so let's make a pose. Up like this. Up like this. Yep, there we go. And then it will wave. No, not face, bone. Where is my arms? Oh, there we go. Okay, left hand, right hand. Let's do right hand. Right hand. No, we already did right hand hello. Let's do left hand hello. So this guy will do this. This, and then the hand will be, no. Yeah, this. Let's make it go back a little more. Yeah, okay. And then okay, yeah, just cheat a little bit. Okay, now we want to do this one should be waving at us already, so we're gonna do something like this. No, it's the yeah, this one will just angle it a bit, and yes, no, wrong one. Yeah, got it. And pose. Okay, sweet. Now we got our hand pose. Next up, we want to go here. And then we want to move, move, and move. All right. There we go. Copy this. Paste. So if we were to do, ta-da! And play. And that's it. That is it for this. The only difference is sit down wave will be a bit different. So we want to pause. Save. Make sure I save. And I want this to, yeah. So where's my sit down wave? Okay, sit down wave. Set delay, yeah, default state, and now we can play. And I will end with, okay, you know what? I think we are just in time. Just in time. So we will end with the next part of the story. Aha, there we go. I just need to fix the arms later. Yeah, but in everything, in all its essence, ta-da! That's gonna be the drop for September and May. Oh yeah, I need to fix a little bit. Yeah, I need to fix it a bit. If I can fix this issue, then it would be good to go. But as a placeholder, yeah, I think I'll put something like that. Okay, cool. So that's that. And now let's go to the story part. Unfortunately, we did not hit our milestone. Our milestone is still at 700 points or 700, yeah, 700 points or 700 score. You know what? I'm going to use the word points. And Abe and friends, basically Abe and you guys have managed to build a tree house, although with so the reason why you guys did not manage to build properly because there is mismanagement. Okay, everybody wants to do everything, and because of that, there is no leadership. Can I use the word? Basically, the group do whatever they want to do, right? There wasn't any teamwork or you know what, leadership and whatnot. Abe tried its best to try to build a best tent. Chit tried to build a tree house but did not, so end up being a tent, just enough to get through the day. So the next story is, if you've seen the new character, I'm gonna put this guy in. So we have a new character, and this guy will come and not say invade. All right, the job of this is a hunter, so the hunter will come and try to, you know, capture all the specimen back. Now the next thing is wood. Okay, so this is a key point of the story. Would Abe and friends manage to defend the tree house? Because the next progression is actually a twofold story. Oh, do I want to give you guys a tease? Okay, so basically the next story you get introduced a new enemy, which is the hunter bots. You know what? Can I use the word hunter bots? Hunter bots. For now, I'm gonna call it hunter bots, HBs. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of safety check to make sure it's not a copyright, or not a copyright, a prominent character with that name. If it's just a generic normal character name, then I will use it. Okay, so Hunterbots. And one of the thing is, all right, would uh yeah, no, I'll put this key decision because if it works, or if it works, it will go through. Okay, no, this is a crucial moment. All right, would Abe get captured by the hunter bots? If you fail the milestone, the answer is yes, Abe will get captured. If the answer is if we manage to break the milestone, then Abe will not get captured by the hunter bots. So the question is, will Abe gets captured? The follow-up story, I'm gonna give you a little tease. Regardless of how the options are, the only difference is they will all go, like, they will try to go back into the same point, and you will get a reintroduction of another character that I have made. Yes, it's a debut for that. It's a re-debut for that character, and guess what? I will not reveal yet. You probably will know it, and you probably will know it. For those who have been watching my YouTube channel, I mean not YouTube. For those who have been tuning into my stream and watches some of my, or rather the game development content, late night chit chat show on YouTube. All right. So that will be it. One small little thing. So the only difference is, I would say straight up, okay. So it would divert to 2 points. Now, why does it really matter? I think it does matter a little bit, because if it gets captured, the default is I want Abe to get captured so I can introduce. No, it's the same. At the end of the day, introducing that character, it's kind of a, no, you guys make the decision. All right, I'm not going to plan too much ahead, but I'm going to say this: regardless of the decision made for the next story, the next part, I will write it in a way where I can introduce that character, but the story, this is the branching point. This is a critical branching point on how the next part of the story will be told. Yeah. Yep. You know what? Yep. This is going to be a critical juncture, because I want to give you guys at least a little bit of participation in that, and I'm going to put it up on Twitter as well. Now, the next question would be, can you influence without tuning into the stream? I will have to do one method that you guys can participate without tuning into the stream, and that would be another drop. I think that's the best way to do it, another drop. And the next drop, unfortunately, I'm gonna open up to the public, like really, really to the public. So I'm gonna just charge one to 5 wax. No, okay. Before I can say 1 to 5 wax, I want to charge as minimum as I can. Okay, but there are some things I need to cover the cost. So there we go. However, there will be a limit to it. I don't want to just put unlimited. All right, do note it's not unlimited. It's still a limited thing. So probably 100. No, 137. That's the number that I like a lot, right? 137 packs. And in that packs, there will be 2 outcomes, and then whoever at the end of the day, whichever gets the most outcome, then that will be the winner. Something like that. A small little side game participation thing for those who don't usually tune into the stream. Okay, so that's that. And of course, for those who are tuning in through for those who participate and reply like in my giveaway. I will do giveaway for that, so you guys don't need to spend if you have to, if you can avoid to. That's the reason why. So every viewers will definitely get one, like they will get it, okay? Not say 1 or 2 packs, they will get at least a handful. Whew. All right, so that's that. I got thirsty. All right, now we have reached towards the end of the show. So last but not least, let's double check a few things. We want to double check the game. The game is good. Okay, debug mode, we don't care. Go inside here, we should see wood. All right, so wood 15. Now what we want to do next is, yes, we don't want this. Yeah, sequence mini game, building. Okay, so building requires a little bit of work. So what we want to do is we just want to do a quick thing. So in order to do a build, you need to have all these items. And then what we want to do, we want to introduce the recipe. Simple as that. We don't want to do too much things for today. Because we already did one of the heaviest lifting, and that is confirming the drop. Okay, let me get build spot, build, no, not building, it's under here, because later I need to put a few more changes to it. But currently this is not the most important factor. Okay, so wood 5, food 10, stone 5. Okay, that would be the recipe. I already have some placeholder for it. I just need to execute this, so it will deduct. And I know previously it deducts certain things, but now I want it to be a little bit more not say obvious, like a little bit more dynamic, where I can just keep on adding buildings and it will still work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare a few assets while the script is loading and everything is stuck. Yay. Yay. Everything is stuck. Okay. Yes, I got this, got that. Go here. Make sure I'm in a farming route. Don't save. Okay. Cool. Next up is buildings. So I need 2 buildings. 2D icon. Where do I keep my buildings? Nope, not here. Single click. No. Where did I keep it? Where did I keep it? Oh boy. Where is it? Now, before we move on, I just want to add a little bit, right? Not say on the record, but just for the record. To create some of the stuff that I create, like for example, the art and whatnot, it takes at least, wow, no. So the tree house, it took it didn't take a day, right? A full day, no, it took a few hours. A few hours just to get that. Now, one thing I want to say is it's not what do you call this? What I wanted to say is it takes time for me. No, I don't use the word it takes time. Yes, it did take some time. What I meant is my skill right now is not fast enough. Yeah, okay. Not fast enough. Okay, yeah, everything's good. Yes, blue. Alright. So I just want to put this on the record. Like, it took that long for me to build stuff, to model. I think that's one of the big reasons why I don't want to. I mean, there is reason why people want to go for AI and whatnot is because of the time taken to do all these things. I have to admit, but at the same time, it's also not a. Yeah, no. At the end of the day, it lacks personality. You know, I'm gonna use the word. It really lacks personality and signature. Yeah, it's just lacking on those end, on those two ends. Okay, switch to this guy. So I can switch to no, you. Okay, cool. So we have all these things over here. Now the next thing is what we want to do is button build no. We want to have another thing. So when we start, show building selection. This is under building manager. So we're gonna do two things. We're gonna do okay, building spot, build, farmers build. This is gonna right. This is a building list. This is gonna be game manager. We're gonna copy a few things as well. We're gonna copy this and then we're gonna put here. Building parameters, building spot, because building spot parameter. Actually, no, it is building parameters because this is building spot, and then that is the building, which is down here. Okay, this is building spot. Set. This is set debug building. Then building list. Farmer manager. There we go. Next up, we need UI. So public. No, game object. This is gonna be a building. UI. Yes, building selection UI. This is building recipe UI. Right. So start always show building. Okay, and then we go on to false. Yep. All right. Cool. Show buildings. Yeah. Select building to build. Yeah, there we go. And then false, and then true. Okay, now this is just gonna be very straightforward. int, yeah. Index, because this is just gonna be a very straightforward script. Not gonna do too much. Okay, let it build a little bit, compile. And next thing what we know is, what we know is every time we reset, if we click elsewhere and we click back, we need to reset the building. So we need to add that. But for now, just for I need to do it. I need to do it. I can't do it halfway. Yeah, it's either you go all in or not. Okay. So we're gonna put 2 empty. Okay, this is a building selection. Okay, there we go. building, but yeah. All right, so we close this guy. Put here. Put here. Okay. Build 1. Build 2. Okay. Building manager. Select. Yeah. All right. Select. And then building. Select building to build. This is 1 and 0. 1 and 0. All right. Done. Okay. That's the first step. Second step is, all right, so we have this, select, all right, load recipe. Now what we want to do is we're gonna make sure we want to get all the stuff. UI next. Come on. Oh wow, that's okay. Wood. And then wood, food, stone, everything. Yeah, I might as well just copy everything. Select. All right. Put you down here. Everything's a mess right now. Okay. Buildings to build. The wood. There we go. No, not text. Yeah, not correct. Text. Wood. 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 Stone. String. And then we clean up. Boop. Okay, and then we show this. The downside. No, okay, for now we're just gonna do this because I want to do one thing is, but if we have enough recipe, we will do, yeah, okay, if we have enough recipe, then we'll do that and that. So for now, I'm just gonna skip. Now we can do this and food, food, stone, stone. Okay, done. Done with this part. And then next up is, yeah. Use food, use stone. But where's stone? Oh boy. All right, where are you, farmer's manager? I thought I had you on. And I forgot to change this. Yeah, let me change this. Farmer's manager, where are you? Okay. Da, 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 da. Use wood, stone gathered. Yeah, there we go. Use stone. Stone. Wood, stone. Okay, cool. That's it. That's it. All right, set it up. Okay. Yeah, for now I'll just do it like this. Simple as. Not gonna do too much. I supposed to add a back button and then whatnot. I just realized I don't have enough time. Consider that I put quite a lot of time today and yesterday. Guess what? Yeah, for the 3D stuff, for the assets and stuff. And we are still not done with that because we still have to create a crop, a stone quarry, probably an axe. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make an axe for apes so that we can chop wood and whatnot. So it's a lot. Okay. All right, so that's that. Now time to bring it in. Okay, building selection, building recipe. Okay, I just realized something I need to change. Wood. Wood. Stone. That's it. Okay, sweet. All right, so if I build two, there we go. 5, 10, 15, not enough. So down, down, right, up. Okay. Click again. Up, right, up, up. And we're supposed to have a restart here as well. 5, 10, built. Oh, that's not one to build. Okay, maybe I messed that up. I want to get at least that part right. Build button. Ah, there we go. Okay. Where was I? Scrippity, scrippity. Build. Okay, no. So since we already have everything, get building index. Get selected. I don't know where to put. Yeah, okay. Yeah, done. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Because if I select building two is blue, okay? Building two is blue. So if we can get blue, we are done. Okay, select, build two, build. Build. No? No build? Why? Because I did not change. Build. No, it's button build. Yeah. Okay, select building two, build. Ta-da! It's blue. And with that, that is all I have for you for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and help my channel grow. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers. Alright, time for some shameless plug. This stream is brought to you by the subscribe button for YouTube and the follow button on Twitch and Kick. That's right. So don't forget to do it for subscribing on YouTube, and for those who are watching on Twitch and/or Kick, right? No, Twitch or Kick. I wish you good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night wherever you are. Have a nice day, my friends. Stay safe. Until then, I will see you guys in the next Game Dev Casual Night Chit Chat Show. Now I need to figure out if I want to continue to use the word casual night chit chat show. Actually, I could, because it's like late night, casual night chit chat show. It's literally like a talk show. The only difference is mine is way different. Anyway, that's all I have for you for today. Until then, I'll see you guys same time, same place, 9 p.m. PT time this Thursday. So many things to talk about.